Have you heard about the Robert Kiyosaki's Cashflow Quadrant? Let me share with you how his Cashflow Quadrant has helped me path a clear career plan for myself. So Robert Kiyosaki's Cashflow Quadrant has four areas, therefore each of it is called quadrant. And it starts off from an employee mindset, and later on it helps to bring you towards the investor. So from employee you become an investor. So there are steps. There are a total of like 4 steps in order for you to get there. So you've got to move yourself from being an employee all the way to become self-employed, and with that mindset later on you become a business owner, and from a business owner you have the financial means and financial capacity to become an investor. So this is Robert Kiyosaki's Cashflow Quadrant. So how did this help me path my career plan? So a little backstory about myself. A few years back, what happened to me was I was at the lowest lows of my life, lowest point in my life. Our family home just got taken away, and at the same time I had to make a decision about what kind of life do I want to lead and what kind of career do I want to have for myself. So one of the things that made me sort of like wake up was the fact that I applied for hundreds of jobs, I tell you. So in Singapore, we have this portal called JobStreet, and that apply button is my best friend at that time. Alright, so I applied for hundreds of jobs. But what made me sort of had a wake-up call was the fact that I had zero callbacks from the hundreds of applications that I've sent on that platform. I had no callbacks. I knew I was meant for greater things, and I knew that I was meant to do a lot more things out there. At that time, it woke me up. It made me realize that if I wanted to change my life, I had to create a career for myself. I had to create a job for myself. So that is when I moved from having the employee mindset to become a self-employed. I created a job for myself and that I love, that I was okay with. So as a self-employed, what happened was I created a content marketing agency, which I still am running till today. In this content marketing agency, when we first began, I was the person who took photographs. I was the person who was meeting the clients. I was the person who was going out networking. I was also the person who was editing. I was practically every single job role possible inside that job, because that job was the one that I created for myself. And later on, I onboarded people onto the team. I also have my life partner who's my business partner as well. And we managed to grow the team. So that helped me move myself from being a self-employed to becoming a business owner. Now, because of that movement, I was able to free up some time for myself, thinking about what is the next stage of life that I wanted to do, or what is the next stage of career that I wanted to achieve. And that brought me into the space, or into the idea that I really needed to share my knowledge. I've been sharing my knowledge, across the years to different people every now and then, but I wanted to have a clear platform, a simple way for me to share with women entrepreneurs, to be specific. So I created Fempreneur Secrets, and that was the birth story of Fempreneur Secrets as to why I founded it in the first place. I wanted to have a business or a platform that I could share my knowledge to, so that I'm sort of like invested in your future. Now, this doesn't bring me from being a business owner down to investor, because I'm not an investor yet. I'm not a venture capitalist, neither am I an angel investor yet. Okay, but it has helped me sort of like path the career plan that I want, and hopefully I will be able to move myself from being a business owner down to becoming an investor. So this is how Robert Kiyosaki's Cashflow Quadrant has helped me path a career plan for myself. So with that, remember to keep learning and keep believing in yourself, because the world needs an inspiration just like you. And I'll see you soon. Stay fearless.